Who do you think is the best South African and international player you've ever reffed?
It's a difficult question because I think they all, they occupy different positions. Mm-hmm. But I do think that Victor Matfield redefined the role of the line-out jumper, and his analysis of the game transformed many areas of the modern game. So I know I was there at the 2007 World Cup final, where just his input for me by stealing 8 of the English throws resulted in South Africa having a larger share of possession and being able to play more rugby. And I actually don't think that we played that well in the final, but I think his contribution was fantastic. He was there for more than a decade, played over 100 tests for the Springboks. That's pretty significant for me.
Does Richie McCaw get away with murder, do you think, on the rugby field?
It's a common question, and it's the normal analogy where the guys that are best at their work attract a lot of attention. Mm-hmm. And does he get away with things? Yes, he does. But it's no different from other flankers around the world, other fetchers that do the same work. I think, in my opinion, he's just better at his work. He's got a better fundamental understanding of his role and perhaps the laws as well, the laws of the game. He's quite jacked on that. And he's probably empowered by being the captain to push the envelope a little bit further in respect of how he approaches referees.
Now this one, I think you touched on it a little bit earlier, but the most memorable match you've ever reffed?
The most memorable match I ever reffed was in 2000, 5th of August 2000, when I did a Bledisloe Cup test between Australia and New Zealand in Wellington at the Cape Town. I was pretty green in terms of refereeing experience at that level. I think it was a good game for the public, and it had quite a dramatic end. Quite a dramatic twist at the end. So, I had to not only deliver throughout the game, but had to make a big, brave, bold decision at the end, which resulted in New Zealand losing a test match at home. That doesn't happen often, and to make a decision in the last seconds of a game, that's pretty rare as well. But fortunately, the decision was correct, and, it'll always be one of my favorite, if not my favorite, match of all time.
Your Twitter page suggests that you're both a horse and bulldog lover. In that order?
No, not really. I love my dogs a lot more than the horses. My horses is just a hobby. Mm-hmm. I own a few race horses, and it's my little clock out time.
What are your horses' names?
One's called Nightside, Luminous Love, Intimate Touch. Not named after me, obviously. There's a few.
That's three. Three is good enough.
And I've got 2 bulldogs. I had one previous. I got all the working dogs, so all the boxers, Staffy, Bull Terrier, even the Dachshunds, and eventually Boxer. And eventually I ended up with a bulldog who was by far my favorite. So now I've got this, like men have this thing for alphas. So I have a thing for bulldogs, and I've got 2 more now, Dexter and Lola, and they provide a lot of enjoyment for me.